So here the question has already given to you, I think. A looping is a sequence of instruction that is repeated more than one time. So if you want to execute one statement for more than one time, then we are using a looping construct. It's just like suppose I am giving a task that if you have to accept the 50 student information. Like for a single student, I'm given a task that you have to store the name and age of a person. So when you store the name and age of a person, then for a single person you have to store the two information. And suppose for the 50 student, you have to store the 100 information. So looping is a sequence of instruction that is repeated more than one. A loop must always perform certain step in a specified sequence. So there are three type of looping we are using. Normally, looping is of two type. One is fixed loop, another is variable loop. And for applying the looping, we are using three looping construct. So normally ଆମର କଣ ଥାଏ ନା ମାଇଣ୍ଡରେ କନସେପ୍ଟ ଥାଏ ଯେ ଲୁପିଂ ଟା ହଉଛି ଆମର ତିନି ପ୍ରକାର ତ ଲୁପିଂ ଟା ତିନି ପ୍ରକାର ନଥାଏ ଲୁପିଂ ଟା ହଉଛି ଆମର ଦୁଇ ପ୍ରକାରର ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି ଫିକ୍ସ ଲୁପ୍ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ହଉଛି ଭେରିଏବଲ ଲୁପ୍ fixed loop means where the number of repetition is known. Suppose I am giving a task that you have to retrieve all the number from 1 to 10. ମୁଁ 1 to 10 ଭିତରେ ସବୁ value କୁ ମୁଁ retrieve କରିବି ତାହେଲେ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିଛି ଯେ 1 to 10 ଭିତରେ ମୋତେ 10 ଥର repetition କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଯଦି କହିବି ଗୋଟେ information store କର ଗୋଟେ କଲେଜରେ କେତେ ପିଲା form apply କରିବେ for the admission. So in advance, we don't know how many student will what uh, applying for the college. Okay, the form केतरा apply करे हमको आगु को आगुरु जଣା नथिबो तो से सेक्टर रे आमे जो looping टा use करिवा that is called the variable loop. So fixed loop and variable loop that we are using. So looping is a sequence of instruction that is repeated more than once. A loop must always perform certain step in a specified sequence. So there are three type of looping. Means for applying the looping, we are using three looping constructs. One is for loop, another is while loop, another is repeat until. So three looping construct we are using. So in the for loop, it provides a compact way of specifying the statement that control the repetition. In a for loop, it contains the three parts. First part is called as the initialization, means we have to initialize the value. Second part is called as the test condition. You have to check for a condition. Third part is a increment and decrement is happening. Okay, so for loop contains the three part. One is initialization, then is your test condition, checking condition, then your increment and decrement will be there. Now check here. Here we're using a for loop which is used to display the sum of 10 numbers. So begin numeric n num sum then n counter. Counter equals to 0, sum equals to 0. So in the two variable we are initializing 0. Counter 0 and sum 0. So counter is 0. N counter is 0. Yes, 0 is less than 10. Condition is true. 0 is less than 10. Now n counter equals to counter plus 1. Okay, so previously what first condition I check when counter is 0 hela 0 plus 0 is less than 10 condition true hela जदि मोर कंडीशन टा ट्रू होउची ताले से इनर लूप को आसीबो माने बॉडी पार्ट को आसीबो लूपिंग रो बॉडी पार्ट रे का हबो ना से गोटे नंबर को एक्सेप्ट करिवो सपोज मो 10 30 जो नंबर देबी से एटी एक्सेप्ट कला पारे तापरे सम रे मो वैल्यू टा को ऐड करिवो तो सम इज इक्वल्स टू माने सम रे 0 अछि 0 प्लस नम माने मु जो नंबर टा स्टोर कली से नंबर टा से ऐड करिवो 0 प्लस नंबर टा ऐड कला तापरे मते इन्फॉर्मेशन एटी डिस्प्ले करिवो तर पुणी काउंटर वैल्यू कौन हम इंक्रीमेंट हम 1 1 इज लेस देन 10 कंडीशन इज ट्रू देन से आउ गोटे नंबर एक्सेप्ट कला सपोज 20 एक्सेप्ट कला तो ऑलरेडी सम रे कौन अच्छी 0 + 10 10 स्टोर अच्छी एबे 10 + 20 38 स्टोर है तो एमती कौन करिवो ना 10टा नंबर से एक्सेप्ट करिवो एक्सेप्ट कला परे तापरे मते रिजल्ट शो करिवो बुझेला
Yes.
दिशा बुझेला
Yes.
सूर्यकांत
Yes, sir.
then the question for you the for loop consists of how many parts
Three. Three
Today?
birds. Three birds.
Disha
Yes, sir. 3 parts.
what is that
Don't see.
first part is
Alphabet.
initialization
Initialization হবে
checking condition
checking condition.
Checking
then
condition.
decrement বুঝলা first হচ্ছে initialization checking condition
Checking condition,
increment and decrement
increment and decrement.
then while loop execute as long as condition specified in the loop is true okay so in while loop it first mention the condition so till your condition is true till your condition is true then the statement within the begin and end block is executed okay so in the for loop it contains the three part initialization checking condition increment and decrement in while loop it contains one part means where you have to go for checking condition if your condition is true then this execute begin and end block is executed so now in while loop I am showing you one example for displaying you 10 to 10 1 to 10 so numeric n num equals to 10 while n num is less than 20 here you can pass n num equals to okay so now what happens here numeric n num 10 so 10 is greater than 20 so 10 is not greater than 20 that is display you 10 then n num equals to 10 plus 1 10 plus 1 is 11 Now 11 is less than 20. Condition is true. It is printing you 11. Then 11 plus 1 is 12. So 12 is less than 20. Condition is true. So this process is continue up to what 19. So 19 is less than 20. Yes, it is by 19. 19 plus 1 20. 20 is less than 20. No, condition has false. Then it is stop the looping here. Okay. That is a what while loop which is used for display from 10 to 20. बुझेला?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here we are using write a pseudocode to accept a 5 number and to display the product using while loop. We write a pseudocode to accept the 5 number and display the product using while loop. Oh,
Mm.
so here we are using numeric n norm, n counter and production. Counter equals to 0, then product equals to 1. While counter is less than 5, 1 is less than 5. Okay, sorry, counter is 0. 0 is less than 5, condition is true. Then it is asking you enter a number. So you pass 10 here. Then that 10 value you store where? The 10 value you accept in the n num. Then product equals to product into n num. So product value is 1. Suppose we are passing here 10. So 1 into 10 is 10. Then counter equals to counter plus 1. The counter is previously 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now condition has checked here. 1 is less than 5. 1 is less than 5. Condition is true. Then enter a number. Suppose we are passing here 20. Then accept 20. Then previously we are taken 10. So 10 into 20 is 200. Okay. So similar way this process is continue. After you have to take the 5 number.
Last 5 minutes.
बुझे आम 5 नंबर 5टा नंबर जेकोसी नंबर नवा तार मल्टीप्लिकेशन बार कर शो कर बुझेला
Yes, sir.
दिशा बुझेला
Yes, sir.
repeat until it is executed once and then the condition is evaluated. The difference between while loop and repeat until is what? If your condition is false in while loop, then there is no statement is executed. But in the repeat until, if your condition is false, at least one time the statement is executed. Now check. Okay, now I go for the repeat until. Begin. Numeric enum equals to 100. And we repeat the statement until suppose 20. Now check here. We are passing numeric n num, then n num equals to 100, then display here 100. So we are displaying the value 100 here. Then 100 plus 1 is 101. Now it is display what it is display here 100, then it becomes 101. 101 is 101 is less than equals to 20. No, condition has false. When condition has false, it is stop the loop. So when it is stop the loop, at least one time your statement is execute, that is 100. Okay, but in the case of while loop, it is not happen. If your condition is false, then total it is closed. But in the case of do while loop, if your condition has false, then at least one time your statement is execute or repeat. In the case of repeat until. Okay, so difference the difference between while loop and repeat until is that if the condition is false, at least one time the statement is executed. Okay. In the case of
Is
repeat until. Okay. Isa bujela?
Yes, sir.
Then comes to the variable. The variable is a memory location where you have to store the value. If a variable needs to be used across the various modules, it needs to be declared as a global variable. So when you want to use your variable throughout the program execution, if you want to execute and use it in everywhere, then we're using what make this variable as global. However, global variable are prone to the accidental modification which impact all the modules. So when you define a variable as global and any function anywhere you can access the variable, then that value is changes. So that you cannot maintain the integrity or constantness of that location. However, global variable are prone to accidental modification which impact all the modules. So therefore, the use of global variable to be avoided. To solve this problem, the concept of parameter is used. The parameter is used to what retrieve, or you have to give the specific value to the function. So what is that parameter? It is just like a bridge between the procedure and calling code. So when you are calling the procedure in some main program, at that timing you have to pass the value to the procedure or function. It comprise the data that is used and processed by a procedure. So for processing the information, what is the value required at runtime when you are calling the function and procedure, at runtime you have to pass a value. आम किसी डाटा मैनिपुलेशन करने आम माने आट ए रन टाइम जिते आम कॉल करवा से वैल्यू दवा माने आम जमी कह जाए ऑनलाइन बट पेमेंट ऑप्शन ऑनलाइन डिलीवरी हेले दिया हम so that is just like that. So when you are call the function at that timing you are passing a value. So it can be a variable of numeric character and data type are used to perform the following tasks. So why it is used? It is used to send the data to a procedure. You have to send the data to procedure. You can get a data from procedure. So these are the work were performed. Then for defining a procedure, we are using procedure name. First we define the procedure, then you have to define a procedure name. Okay, so procedure name, so it contains the three parameter. One is input parameter, another is output parameter. So two parameter a procedure will contain. Like that of procedure, the function is also same kind of thing. A function is a block of statement that perform the specific task. To working with a specific task, we are using the functions. The functions, uh, it is helping you to break the program into a smaller part or smaller module. To breaking your complex program into a smaller module, so here we're using function. It differ from the procedure as the help procedure doesn't return any value. Then function is return a value. It has a call return mechanism that includes the following step. The action is called from the calling code. The set of operation within the calling function are executed. The execution is returned to a calling code along with the return value. Okay, the function is first call. So first of all, when you define a function, you have to call it into the main program, then it is executed. The set of operation within the function are executed. When you call the function, the information that you have passed in the function, that is also executed. The execution is returned to a calling code along with a runtime. The execution is returned to a calling code. Okay, so where you are calling a function at that timing, okay, so that is return the value. Then similar way for defining a function, we're using function name. So here we're using procedure name in and out, in out, in out, in and out. And here we define function, then parameter. So consider an example where you need to write a pseudocode to accept the three number from the user and display the sum of the three numbers. So first of all, we define a function, begin and end you have to write function add, then numeric n num1. So accept n num1, then sum equals to call add. So when I'm calling add function, so n sum equals to call add, then display sum. The function here it is defined. Here we are calling a function. So where function is implemented, एठी देखो एठी हमर कह हला ना फंक्शन टा डिफाइन हला फंक्शन नेम हला add डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ फंक्शन तापर मु मेन प्रोग्राम में क्लियर न्यूमेरिक num1 num2 num3 okay then n sum equals to call add. Okay, so here we're defining a one variable. In that variable, we're calling a function add function. Okay, so when you are call a add function, then what happened? It is going to here. It is we're passing the some value a result. The result equals to number one plus number two plus number three. So three number it is added and shown in the result. Got it? बुझे এটা?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
এটা হচ্ছে function calling example. Then consider an example where the function is used Okay, the parameter of the procedure and function are variable that can be accessed only within the procedure and function. So only within the procedure and function you can access it. So outside of the procedure and function you cannot access it. The following points depict the scope of the parameter. Parameter exists only inside the function. So inside the function parameter is exist or before the which they are defined. So they retain their value until the function or procedure is executed. So the parameter value when you call the function, okay, function रे bracket भितर आमे value pass करिवा value लिखिवा तो सेटा केते बेला आमे retry करिवा जेते बेला आमे function टा बा procedure टा को main program रे call करिवा से समय से function को हमको parameter दबाक पड़िवा बा value दबाक पड़िवा. The parameter are initialized every time the function or the procedure is called. तो आमे जेते थरा procedure को call करिवा तो सेते थरा parameter टा कहाँ हो initialization हो. So it is a question for you. Take the snapshot, write a pseudocode to access the two number from a user, then add and subtract this number with the help of two procedures called as subtract and another is add. The next is write a pseudocode that accept two number and accept and find the smallest. Okay. तो काली 9:30 नले 9टा आ भीतर मु कनेक्ट करबी दिन बेला. ओके
Yes, sir.
ठीक है चलो.
Yes, sir.